Hey there, welcome back to the Dust 2 project. Today's goal on the Dust 2 project is the Gamol overhaul, and you're probably wondering what does that mean? Well, I've done a lot of stuff on this map, and a lot of stuff could be done better if I did it with Gamol Chatels. So we're going to be changing a lot of stuff I've done in the past over to Gamol Chatel stuff. First of all, I added a doorway over here. It was supposed to be here and I forgot it, but it's there now. I've taken out this, most signs for the things, corners, and I'll explain the corners in a second, and we're going to replace them with Gamol Chatel's blocks. Now, most of these crates I've replaced with a steel locker and normal lockers from Better Storage because they look more like crates, and you can't open them. You cannot open them, no matter how much you click, but you can open them if you like pixel perfect accuracy on the very front and you're looking at it right. You're looking at it, you can still open it, but that's not a problem because you're not going to be randomly clicking here when you're fighting somebody, and I replaced the white things with these aluminum blocks. So with all of this said and done, I've changed a lot of arches. I've added that. This one was here, or no, I think I added this one off camera. Little things seem to have glitched out. We're going to be changing this, and all of the corners. Now these are the corners we're going to be replacing with today. I've made circles because they fit perfectly around the map, and the blue ones and the sandstone ones. Now you see here, I had this done for quite a while, but I never finished it. So if we fly up, we have this. We have a perfectly rounded corner, and I have to fix up the top here, and that's that. So we're going to be replacing a lot of stuff, mainly the corners, the signs, these corners, this sign, the sign here, the sign there, the corners everywhere. But let's take a quick trip down memory lane for a second. If you remember a couple episodes ago, I said, hey, we really need to do some new cars. This car, it sucks. Look at this car, it's terrible. Who would want this as a car? Like, really? No one's going to be able to drive this. So you know what I did last night? And I said to myself, okay, I really need to hammer out this car. We need to start doing the cars. We need to start getting to more to nitty-gritty details in everything. So I sat down last night and said to myself, okay, we need to do this car, right? We need to do this. So I got up and I came all the way over here behind everything, and I'm going to give you some glimpses. So you can see tires. You can clearly see some tires. There's a laying down tire and a different styled tire with less in the middle. There's a completely stood up wheel. There's completely stood up wheels and a flat wheel. So I said to myself, okay, we need to really get out a car. So what car should I start with? And I said the white one next to the garage. So I sat down last night and said, okay, we're going to make a car. And that is exactly what I did. But there's two versions of the car because I'm not exactly sure which version to go with. So the first version is this. This is the first version. Look at this beauty. Now, it's supposed to look more run down, but just look at it. It's amazing. Like, I surprised myself with the amount of stuff that I've done with this car to make it look like a normal car, like a decent car. You can even go inside it, and you press F5, and you're there. It's like you're actually here. Except, seems like a little bit of stuff here sort of fell off. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. There's this one, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks long, right? It is 7 blocks, 7 whole blocks, right? And this is no good. So I said to myself, we need to shorten it down a little bit. Oh yeah, and I have a little license plate here with BR on it because, you know, credit. Gotta give myself some sly credit in there. So I said to myself, okay, we need a smaller version. So I made this one, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead of 7. I cut it down by an entire block. But which one looks better? There's this one right here, this full one. I'm going to give you a nice spin around it. You can take a good look at it. And then there's the, oh no! Oh no! I accidentally right-clicked. Okay, hold on. Emergency. Boink. Okay. And then there's this one. This long one, this actual one. This one is personally closer to the one in-game because it looks exactly like it. It's personally closer to the one in-game. It is long, but it doesn't exactly fit over here. This one over here is the 7 blocks long version. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks long. It is huge. It is gargantuums. And I'm not sure if it's going to fit here. Because in-game, the car sort of ends midway through here. And if we cut it back down 1 block, it's going to end sort of midway through here, and it's going to be smaller, and it's still going to be the car, and it's still going to be here, and there's still the 2 tires that you put in front of it. There's a car there, there's a green car over there with the wreck, and then there's the 2 Hummers, and that's all the cars in the map. But this car, I'm just so proud of this car. Like, it took me a couple hours, and it's so nice, it's so good, it's actually there. But there's the 7 block long version, and then there's the 6 block long version. And I want to know, compared to the screenshots that I'm going to put on screen right now. So there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the 6 long, right? And it is slightly smaller in the back window, right? It is the side view. And then there's this 7 block long one that is a bit bigger than the one game. Which one is better? Should I go with the small one, or should I go with the big one, right? Should I go with this huge one, or should I cut it down straight through the middle, move it back, and then it's a 6 long, and it's all good and fine and dandy? So that's up to you guys, and if I don't get really much feedback, I think I might go with the 6 anyway, just because it's smaller, it'll fit in better. And again, Scout's Honor, I'm gonna have to go on Scout's Honor. There's nothing invisible in this pack for me to block off areas, so I'm gonna have to go with Scout's Honor here and say, don't use stuff like this to get out of the map. It's cheaty. Please do not cheat. No cheating. I also replaced these, and we're going to be doing the doors on these though in a later episode. But for now, I'm going to come way back over here, way back to our little circle things. Our little circle things here. I'm going to grab each of these like this, like this, like this, like this. Or no, hold on. Throw. I want this one and this one here, and then this one and this one here. So then we can just come way over here and go like this, or no, like this. Yeah, we can just start going on like this, getting every single corner down pat and ready. But that's enough talking for a quick second. I'm going to let you guys think about the car while I do the corners on these, because it's going to take a little bit, and I don't want to bore you guys to death watching me place some, rounded little edges. And I will of course fill in the things up top, which will take me a little while too, but I will be right back in a couple seconds to just give you guys a decent update on everything that's going on, and then we will do the rest of the signs around the map. So, what I have done is mark out everywhere I am going to put things, except for this area. I was lazy. I didn't do this area. Hold on. We'll get it. Hold on. There we go. We'll set that up in a minute. So, we have this entire area with red. We have way over here this area with red. We already did this in a off the episode. We have here. We don't have anything in here. I thought there was something in there, but no. There is that little A right there, but we already did that a long time ago. And then the rest of them are at B site. So we have here, and here, and here, and a little bit here. So, what the plan is now is cut. And go and use this little point chisel. Oh wait, yes, and here, because I almost forgot those. Is use this little point chisel. Make sure everything is all fine and dandly, and then come back and fill in, or at least time-lapse, or something, all the reds. Because Jesus, it's going to take a long time to do all of these, and I don't even have anything else to do this episode. No, it's probably going to be a short episode. Actually, hold on. Might do this. There's a giant bauble here, and I haven't done it because it scares me, and this one scared me for a little bit because it's huge. It's not the size of these other ones. It's literally massive. And then there's this one like here-ish. It's the size of the planet, really. It's like if you scale down a planet like a 75% of its size. Yeah, that's the size of that. It's huge, it's massive, and it scares me. Anyway, so all the corners are done beautifully. Yes, everything looks all nice and round, and corner will fly up above so you can see the corners a little bit, so like there, and everything is rounded. Every corner has a round that should have a round that was filled in with the slope blocks. Even over here, rounded these corners off, didn't do these because I didn't think they needed them, and along with here, didn't think they needed them, but maybe they do. Even this one. So, yeah. Oh yes, and here, I keep missing things and then going back to things. It's confusing. Okay, so now I'll be right back. Ooh, lag spike, big lag spike, Jesus. Okay, I'll be right back, and I'm going to carve out all of the letters, all of the arrows, and I'll be right back to give you guys updates on filling them in, and spending the next 4 hours filling them in. Exhilarating content, I promise. So, we are done with everything that needs to be outlined. Now we just need to fill it in with the Gamol Chatels blocks, which shouldn't be that hard. But I also have something to talk to you about. A couple episodes ago, I said, hey, I'm doing the map. Who would download it? Who would get the entire StudTech mod pack just to download the map and check it out, play with it, maybe play with some friends? And you know what I might do? You know what I might enlist the help of Wells for, or someone who knows mod packs? I might take everything in this pack, everything that needs to be in here for the Dust 2 map to look like the Dust 2 map, take everything that I can out of it that doesn't need to be in it, bring it into its own separate mod pack, and then have a small mod pack just for the Dust 2 project, just for people to mess around with it, just for something to be here so people can use it if they want to, and it's not going to be such a big download as the StudTech mod pack, and it'll just be something by itself. So that's what I might do. I might go and try and get Wells or someone who knows mod packs to help me out with this and make a Dust 2 mod pack with just everything that needs to be in there. Or if I really want to be lazy, I will sit here and say, no, you download the StudTech mod pack. It all depends if I do this. If I want to do it, I'm going to have to go through what Wells does and ask the mod creators if it's okay if their stuff is used in a pack. Some are okay with it. Some you need to specifically ask them. I know a couple you need to, pay them. I think that was, Zark's Mo Creatures. You need to pay him for it to be used in a pack, and that's just a bit silly. Let's see. But why, you might be thinking, so Berlin, why are these so jagged? Why do the letters look so sort of weird and ununiformed, and why are they just sort of like this? Why are they looking like they do? Well, I thought to myself, they're terrorists, okay? They're terrorists, and they want to blow something up, and they have obviously sort of planned this, right? And they have come into this area to think about bombing it, but they still want to get it over and done. In game, let's just go back to the use of in game. The letters are much neater than this, right? But in a real life scenario, if they really want to sort of mark something off like this, they're going to do it hastily and quickly and then go back to whatever they were doing before and be done with it and be done with everything else, because they set everything up that they needed to set up, and then they did their stuff. So that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking what I'm thinking, and that is why the letters. Now, of course, I'm fixating them because a lot of them look really weird with how I just did them, which is random. So they're just like this because they're random, because they said to themselves, we need to get, this done. And they walked up with a paintbrush, say I am someone bad. Right. So pretend I'm a bad guy, and I run up with the paintbrush and go whoosh, 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 right? And I really need to get around. I really need to do stuff, so I'm going whoosh, 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 whoosh as I run, whoosh, 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 whoosh. It's going to be very quick, very hectic, and very fast. So that is why they're not uniform. They're sort of different, and it gives each A sort of a characteristic. This A is different from this A a little bit, and this A is different from this A, and then those three A's are different from this one over here. It gives each A a smaller characteristic that I sort of like. This arrow, I might change. It sort of looked like it turned out well, in terms of the arrows that I've done, which didn't turn out well at all. And that's all why they follow that one single sort of one path, the very straight arrow. They actually cared about the arrow for a split second and did the arrow. See, that looks like it was painted on really quickly, and so this A will too. So that's what my thinking is they're going quick. They want to go quick, and they're going to go quick, so they're just rushing through. They're not thinking about having a very nice A. They're not going to be oh yes, this A is unsymmetrical, I'm going to change this immediately. No, they want to get through and do their terrorist things, which in case of Counter-Strike is not blow up anything. The map doesn't change, so they didn't actually blow up anything. And we need to go like this to have a little bit of a tail at the end, and then obviously fix this. This looks so weird as heck. So do ding ding ding. Yeah, definitely need to have some fixes up in here, make it thicker, all that stuff. But back to the mod pack thing. I might consider doing the idea for the mod pack. It's up in the air right now. It's definitely something I'm considering, is just making a smaller mod pack. I already did this A, by the way. I just wanted to show you. Just making a smaller mod pack, just out of the things that we need. So it would get rid of stuff like, well, it wouldn't get rid of extra utilities, because that's the barrels. It would get rid of, not chisel, like everything that it needs. So like, say for the mod pack, it would get rid of, let's just go through for a second and figure out what it would get rid of. It would get rid of Bibliocraft. It would get rid of, oh, this is still all Bibliocraft. It would get rid of Archimedes ships, because I don't use that. It would get rid of aquaculture. It would, yeah, all this like useless stuff, extra utilities. Oh wait, no, that's extra utilities. I still need those. But yeah, you get the gist. It gets rid of all the stuff that I don't actually need. It doesn't need to be there, and it doesn't need to be present. And now it gets to the bees, and you're probably going to yell at me for the bees, because the bees are weird. Yes, the bees are weird. They look weird. So the B's weren't easy as the A's. The A's were simple and straightforward, and you can be like, yeah, that's an A, right? The B's, they have curves. Curves don't work well in sporadic things. Like you can curve it with the chisel, but the chisel is not a very nice tool to chisel things away with. Like it leaves some glitch blocks, and it has this weird sort of habit of choosing the wrong block. So I'm going through this B. This bee sort of looks like it actually turned out pretty decent compared to the other bee that's in here. This bee looks like it actually turned out pretty decent. Like, we can go here and bulk out this bottom part like this, right? And then here we can have sort of another curve in like that. And then boop and boop. Get another small curve in. Come here and thicken that out a little bit. And then it's a bee. It's a better bee than it was. And then this bee, I think it turned out alright. Like, the carving turned out alright. Like, it turned out better than the one outside. And then there's that. I didn't do that because I wanted to show you my methods of bees on camera, which may or may not be good, because bees. But obviously, like, you can see how much work this Gamol Chattel stuff takes, and how much work it must have been to do the car, because that took a lot of work. That took a couple hours just to plan it out and get it all working, and ooh, that was a tough project. But you know what? It's worth it because the car looks amazing. Yeah, this bee, like, you could bring it back down this entire side here. Yeah, see, it just chose like 2 blocks at once, right? So you bring back this side of the bee, right? And then maybe like down here a little bit. You like plump out the bee. You plump out the bee a little bit. You make the bee happy. And we'll plump out this side a little bit. Go like this. Boink, 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 boink. And maybe bring it in a little bit too. We'll get rid of this like that. And boop, 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 boop. And that's a bee. Well, it's a decent bee. Let's see if we can sort of fix this, because I don't like this bee. I don't like this bee yet. Actually, no, you've seen me make this bee. I'm sculpting a bee as we speak, so I'm not going to show you guys the other bee. I will just finish the bee and then come back and end off the episode. But this bee's giving me some troubles. This bee isn't a nice bee. Why is this bee different from the other bees? Who knows? Let's add a tail up there. Like that? Yeah. We keep, See, I don't like this. I want to get rid of this a little bit, right? And then move this in 1. So it's like da. And then it has this as a curve? No, this looks worse. Ooh, this is a conundrum right here. I don't like this bee. I don't like it, actually. This bee, it's a nice bee. It's a pretty decent bee. Maybe go back to that a little bit, like for this bee. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm never going to be happy with these bees. Dang it. Okay. Yeah. Close enough. Okay. So I'm going to do this bee, and then I'll come back and end off the episode, because this bee's giving me some troubles, man. This bee sucks. So all of the signs are now finished. We have this bee, which still looks a little bit off, but it's still a better bee than the other one, which you might just take this off, like this, very simply. That makes it a better B. It looks like a better B already. Jeez, wow, look at that. Okay, and then we fixed this B. This B took a long time because I had to redo it again. Like, I literally had to take it down and then redo it because it was just such a bad B the first time. We have this B. We have the two signs down here. The B sign, which I didn't have to do anything to this B sign. It just turned out pretty good. Naturally, too, because I was just like, broop, broop, broop. Okay, and then we have the A sign. Looks a little bit smudged, but that's fine. We have the other A sign, the A sign, the A sign. We have the other A sign, and we have another A sign. Wow, there's so many A's. Don't worry, there'll be a lot of B's too soon. Okay, A. We have the arrow. We have the one over there that we already did. And then we have this one. Oh yes, and we have the car. Please, please, remember, car. 7 version, this wide, like this long, or 6 version, which I will show you and then end off the episode. This version. So 7 wide or 6 wide. 6 wide is more space comparable to the game. The 6 wide is more of the same in terms of space. In design, the 7 wide is nearly exact to the game in, you know, terms of design. So 7 or 6. It's up to you guys to decide, and if no one decides, I'll just throw one of them in there and keep them there. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. It took me a long time to do everything in this episode because Gamol Shuttles, and Gamol Shuttles is a very big pain in the butt to work with because it takes so long. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Remember, stay fancy, and peace out. Bye-bye.